Right, so in this video, the last thing I'm going to do is tell you not to try out a 2-rock traditional clean, or a 2-rock amp in general. I've tried a traditional clean, this is Jake's, and the SSAS, which is also Jake's. They're a really, really cool amp. They can be incredibly loud, they're incredibly clean, and I think they're a beautiful sounding thing. So here is the sound of this amp right now into a load box. So like a really warm, clean tone, I think that'd be fair to say. No harshness at all, really smooth, you know, it's a very polite kind of clean tone, I'd say. There's no jagged edges to it or anything like that, and it's just a really beautiful sound, I think. And you might remember a while back I put together this preset. So here's the amp. The model, the sound that Model. Amp. Now I think in the studio and hopefully over your headphones and speakers and stuff like that, it's going to be relatively close. I'm not going to get super forensic about this and tell you that you can sell a 2-rock or anything like that based on what you can do with the Helix. I'm just saying that into the same load box, these are some of the settings that I found that got me in that kind of ballpark without even having this amp at the time. So again, the model, the amp, model, the amp, the model, the amp, model, the amp, the model. So I think at this kind of volume, through a load box, and you know, if we're not running a cab in the room, you can get fairly close with the Helix. I could lie to you and say that I think that you'd be able to get that sound the same with a power cab, but I just don't think it would be the case. I think there's still such a big difference in the way that a power cab sounds compared to like an actual 2x12 that I think it's very difficult to fully get that amp in the room thing going on. But again, here's the amp, model, amp, model, I think pretty close. Again, I feel like the model I've dialed in a little bit too much low end, so if you wanted to get more forensic you could maybe take some of that out, but I think part of this trying to convince yourself that the modelling thing is closer, boosting that low end can kind of help with that anyway, especially if you're using in-ears and stuff. So amp, model, yeah, just switching between them there. I could try and dial out a little bit more of that woofy low end. And now here we get the model, amp, model, amp, model. So I think fairly close. Let's jump in, I'll show you the settings if you were interested. Let me know if you thought that's kind of close enough. Remembering of course that this is a £3,500 amp. Okay, so if you're still here, I'll just show you the actual preset if you're interested. So I'm starting off with the deluxe compressor. Something I feel with these 2-rock amps is there's this lovely natural compression going on, part of the sound, massive amounts of headroom, but a lot of compression, musical, that sort of thing. So minus 37.1 dB, 6:1 ratio, attack 38, release 200, mix 100%, and level +7, a little bit of a push, and the near +6. Then we go into the Line 6 litigator. This is a theoretical kind of on paper Dumble-ish 2-rock type thing. Drive super low at 0.2, so we're not going to be getting any clipping really. The bass at 4.6, the mids at 4. Treble at 1.7, presence all the way down, and channel volume at 10. Master at 6.1, sag at 3.1, hum at 5, ripple at 0, bias at 5, bias X. Then I've got this low high shelf thing going on, so plus 5.3 at 150 Hz, giving us a bit of kick, and the high gain at plus 0.7, giving us a little bit more presence at 3 kHz, and the overall level of this EQ we pushed to 0.4. Then I've got another EQ here, and we are EQing in some of the low gain again. That's, hold on, I'll call you back. My wife, she just heard about the 2-rock. Anyway, so low gain at 11 dB, mid frequency at 2 kHz, plus 5.5 dB for a nice little mid push. High gain at 0 and level at 0. Then I'm going into, you could go into whatever cab you like, but a dual cab setup here, both 1x12 Cali EXT, 57 dynamic, 1 inch away, reflections at 20, level at plus 6, and then 87 condenser, same again, 20%, level at plus 6. You take that down depending on how things are going. I think I've got that pushed because the output of the litigator is quite low, and then we got a glitz reverb which is 6.9, etc. But that's the tone that I've dialed in. You could experiment yourself from that starting point and see if this gets you. See if this gets you in that ballpark. I would consider maybe experimenting with higher master volume and stuff. If you're not worried about it being super close to anything like I've been sort of playing around with here, you can do loads of lovely stuff from this as a starting point. Hopefully you agree that's a pretty nice kind of tone in its own right. So give that a try. This is called TwoishTry. Let me know in the comments if you want me to drop this into the folder. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers!